Greetings and welcome to the Southside Help Center show. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. We are back. So thank you very much for tuning in. We were off for about 13 weeks. We will be on for another 13 weeks. So we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to, what the Southside Help Center show is, it gives us an opportunity to talk about all of the programs that we have at the Southside Help Center. The first thing I want to make sure we do is pay homage and talk about the founder and executive director of the Southside Help Center. Is so very important because when you start talking about diamonds, you start talking about jewels and where those people come from, you have to talk about Miss Betty Smith. Betty Smith is the founder of the Southside Help Center. She founded the agency almost 25 years ago. Southside Help Center has been around. Next year is our 25th anniversary, and we'll be looking to do something big. Back in 1987, Mrs. Smith was working as a therapist, and what happened was in her journey as a therapist, she started noticing when people were coming up HIV positive, African Americans, they were not getting properly treated in the care, and it was because of the lack of education. So she took on, and it was the church, it was the clergy at that time. So what she did was she started an initiative where she was going into the churches and she was educating the clergy on HIV prevention and education. From that venture, the Southside Help Center was developed, and it has been going now for just about 25 years. It is a phenomenal organization, and the leadership is impeccable, and we'd like to really thank Betty Smith for founding the Southside Help Center just about 25 years ago, because it has been a pillar in the community and has been providing phenomenal services for the 25 years that we've been in existence. We're going to go ahead and claim it, considering next year is our 25th anniversary. We'll be talking about that over the upcoming weeks. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we highlight each program that we have at the Southside Health Center and how it functions and how it can benefit the community. So it's going to be very important. If you could get a pencil and a paper and take down our number, make sure that you take down the address and contact us as we talk about the different programs that will be upcoming. I'm going to share with you a little bit about each program today, and then each week we'll have one of those program individuals come on and talk a little bit more in depth about the program and how it benefits the community. We also would like to thank our executive director, which is Ms. Vanessa Smith. She has definitely been providing us with great leadership and great guidance. So we'd like to thank Vanessa Smith, who is currently the executive director of the Southside Help Center. And again, the Southside Help Center has been in existence for around about 25 years. And Mrs. Smith, Vanessa, has been a part of the agency for the duration. So she is now our leader, and we truly appreciate her because she has been providing great leadership at the Southside Help Center. Her and Betty Smith, who is the founder, has been exemplary in the community. And you can also check out Ebony Magazine. There's a spread in there about Mrs. Smith and Vanessa, and it talks about the duet, the team, the mother and daughter team who has been providing services on the south side of Chicago. You can go to our website. It's www.southsidehelp.org. www.southsidehelp.org. You can go to the website, you can pull up the information, you can pull up the article that's been in the magazine, and you can also look at the different programs that the Southside Help Center offers. Let's get started and talk about those programs, and one that I want to make sure that we talk about today, which is going on right now. It is of major importance within the community, and it is our youth self-enhancement program. Right now we have a summer program going on. There's a lot of kids there. There's a few slots left. If you have not decided what you're going to do with your youth for the summer, you can definitely bring them over to the center. They have a summer program that is going on. It is phenomenal. They're doing swimming. They're going on trips every week. They're playing basketball, volleyball, all kind of games. I mean, it's definitely a fun place to be. I go over there every day, and the kids are having an extraordinary time. So if you have not figured out what you want to do with your child for the summer, please bring them to the Southside Help Center and let them get involved in our youth summer programs. It is very important. We always talk about alternative programs, what we're going to do with our kids. And again, it's all about exposure. It's all about making sure that we put things in place so that our children can grow. Well, this program is phenomenal. They have a number of different things that they do on a regular basis so that those kids can have something and somewhere to go. So please, if you have not decided what you're going to do with your young person for the summer, contact the Southside Help Center. That number is 773-445-5445. You can ask to speak to Erica Dawson. Erica will be on the show in the upcoming weeks, and she'll talk about the summer program as well as the upcoming school year. So please, if you have not, and I always used to say as my children were growing up, I don't mind definitely is the devil's workshop. And I had a son, one of my sons, he only needed a little space in between structure before he thinks of something that he should not be doing. If you have a kid anything like what mine was, he requires structure throughout his day. Well, we have a block of time that we can deal with your child for you. So please contact the center. It's so important that we do not give our children that idle time. It's so important that we make sure we expose them not only to send them to school, but definitely programming where we got mentoring. We got male and female mentoring where we definitely providing them with some additional guidance. We also have after school programs where we're able to give them some assistance with their homework, so if they're struggling they can get help there. Summer programs where you can drop them off and then pick them up, so that way while you're at work your child will definitely have something to do. We have to make sure we fill in those gaps, and if it doesn't happen, it's definitely on us. So definitely, if you have not decided what you want to do with your youth, bring them to the center. We got programs for them going on right now. You can get more information. The number is 773-445-5445. Some of the other upcoming programs we want to talk about, we definitely want to make sure we touch bases with our Safety Counts program. Safety Counts and SISTER, these are two different interventions that we get from the CDC, and what they are is research interventions that help people to make different decisions in their lives. One of the programs we'll have upcoming on the show, we'll talk about Safety Counts. Safety Counts is a 5-step intervention. It uses what is called the Stages of Change model, and what it is it deals with people who are actively using, meaning they have an active substance abuse problem, and what we do is we open the doors for people who are actively using, and we say, look, come in, sit down, let's think about what you want to do with your future. The main thing we have to focus on in HIV prevention and education, which is the primary function of our agency, which is a big part of what we do, is oftentimes people who are impacted with HIV or people who are substance users, let's say substance users, are really great people. You know, our family members, and a lot of times before the drug was introduced into their lives, and then you notice how many people have to, after getting in recovery, how different they are. These are great people, and it's only the problem is the substance that's been involved in their lives, and it's causing them to make terrible decisions. So what we do with Safety Counts, we say, come as you are, come into the program, let's sit down. We do 2 group sessions where we talk about what your risk factors are, because we want to keep people safe until they make a decision to get clean. Let me say that again. We want to keep people safe from HIV until they make a decision to get clean. So Safety Counts offer people this vehicle. Come in. We're not saying if you're using, that's what you do. Come in anyway. Sit down. We have 2 group sessions where we talk about what we can do to get you from point A to point B. Oftentimes people come in and they say they want to get clean, but there's steps in between getting clean. You have to make phone calls. You have to make contact. You have to do a lot of different things. So we look at really what is it you want to do. If that's what you want to do, we'll work on that. If you want to reduce the amount of substance that you're using until you make a decision to stop, we work on that. This is a stages of change model. That means we look at what stage you're in right now. Everybody want to tell you what to do and how to do it. That ain't what we're talking about. We're talking about stages of change. Where are you right now with this problem, and what do you want to do to make changes to this problem, and how can we help? Well, it ain't about the big steps. It's about those little bitty steps that we need to take in order to get to the end, where it's not the big ones but the little ones. So Safety Counts gives you that. Have an individual session where you sit down and you do it one-on-one with a behavior specialist, where you're actually talking about, based on your group activities, based on what you said you want to do, well, now here's an opportunity for us to refine it, for us to really define what it is you're trying to do and help you to get from point A to point B. The next thing we do is we do a social event every end of the month. The social event goes like this. It's just what it sounds like. We may play dominoes, we may play cards, we may play a little music, a little stepping music. You can bring family and friends. The whole thing about a social is we want to make sure that people who make a decision to come in those doors, who really want to make a change in their lives, that they get the necessary support, not just from the Southside Help Center, but get that support from family and friends as well. So that's what the social events allows us to do. It allows us to bring those family and friends in and actually socialize amongst other individuals and have a great time. And then after that, we right back to work. We also do follow-ups with that just to make sure an individual is staying on track or staying focused. But it's going to be all about you. It ain't what we say, it's what you say. And we just want to help you get from point A to point B. That Safety Counts. Sisters, another intervention that deals specifically with women in high-risk situations. Most of the times they target shelters, they target recovery homes and that sort of thing, and they go in, and it's normally a 5-session intervention where they come in and they provide you with some additional directions and guidance on what it is you want to do, how you want to do it, how you want to get there from point A to point B. So these are phenomenal programs that we've been doing for years now, and we've helped a lot of people with our Sisters in Safety Counts. This is a nationally recognized program by the Southside Help Center. We've also presented on safety counts in other states across the country. So this program has been phenomenal and working. We're now in about our 7th year of doing this intervention, and we look to do it over the next 5 years as well. So if you want to be a part of that, always take the number down, 773-445-5445, and see if you meet the criteria for that particular program, and we'll get you into that. That's one intervention, Safety Count and Sisters. One of the other things we do is case management for HIV positive clients. What that means is people who test positive for HIV, one thing we do is we want to make sure that they get as much support as they possibly can. We always talk about testing. Let me touch that right now, and I'll continue to touch that throughout this program. This program is just giving you an overview of programs that we have at Southside Help Center and what you can do to get involved. The other thing we want to make sure you do is testing. Let me say this. I'm almost remiss. Last month was National HIV Awareness Month. It was HIV Testing Month, and we had phenomenal results, meaning that the whole month is focused on making sure that people know their status. Why should you know your status? Negative is great. We want to look at what it is you're doing to maintain a negative status, to maintain a healthy quality of life. The other thing is people test positive. What is your next step? What is it that you need to do? Early intervention and early detection is key. The earlier you know about some sort of illness or some sort of problem, the more options you have in terms of what we can do to have a better quality of life. If you are unaware that something is going on with you physically, it gives whatever that is an opportunity to consume you, and that's not what we want to do. So when we're talking about HIV prevention and education, we want to first make sure that people get tested. Where do you get tested at? Well, we come out to different community events. Like I said, last month was National HIV Testing Month. We tested with Roseland Hospital. That was phenomenal. We tested with Real Men Cook. That was phenomenal. So we also tested with the Illinois Department, the Illinois Department of Public Health. We went out to Chicago Heights, and that was also phenomenal. So all month long, we have been providing tests for people, and it has been absolutely fabulous. If you would like to give us a call here at the station, please give us a call here at the station. Our number here is 312-738-1060, 312-738-1060. If you would like to give us a call, if you have any questions about the programs that we're talking about, call us here at the station. That number is 312-738-1060. Give us a call if you have any questions. Again, last month was National HIV Testing. We did phenomenal. We got a lot of people tested, and a lot of people are aware of the status, and that's what it's all about. It's about education. It's about making sure people know whether or not they're HIV positive. It's about negative people remaining negative, positive people knowing that they're positive and improving their quality of life. There's a lot of things going on surrounding HIV prevention and education, so testing is key. And as we continue on, we're talking about our case management for HIV positive people. The case management programs are phenomenal as well. They do group facilitation where they have people who are positive come in and they talk about what it is they can do to get from point A to point B. The other thing is they provide housing for people who are impacted with HIV. Also, they help you with each step, making sure that people know how to navigate. You know, HIV, excuse me, it is still affecting people, and one of the things I hear about is the problems and the complications, but that's with everything. So don't think it's just tied in with HIV. Whatever it is, circumstances you're dealing with, you're going to have to deal with some complications. But what they do with case management is help you to navigate through the waters of the red tape that come along with anything. So that's what case management is most valuable asset is to help you navigate. I think we got a call. Let me get the call. Caller, you on the air? You're on the air, caller.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
No problem.
Just a question about getting tested. Do you have to let the results, does your family find out the results if you get tested, or can you keep it just between you and the testing agency?
Absolutely. What happens is when you come in and get tested, we do a rapid test as well as the OraSure. We do the OraSure and the OraQuick. The OraSure test, you'll get those results within the 20 minutes that you come in. It normally takes about 20 minutes to run the actual test. So within that time frame, you'll get those results. Those results won't be reported to you or sent to you. You'll get them right then and there. Whenever you do a test and it's sent off to the lab, meaning the OraSure, you have to then come in and get those results. So those results are not forwarded. Those results are not given to the family. It's up to the individual to share those results with whomever it is that they deem necessary. So no, we do not send those results any further than actually the test counselor and the individual that's actually getting tested. And the other thing about testing is our agency and all those social service agencies who are providing HIV testing and counseling are bound by the laws of confidentiality, and they're not supposed to reveal or share that information with anyone. That's up to you. And any information that we have to share with the partner agency, there still has to be a release of information signed by you in order for us to share that information with someone else. So that information is not shared with anyone but the individual who is being tested. It's a rapid test. It takes about 20 minutes. You'll get those results right then and there, and it'll be up to you to share those results with whomever it is you deem necessary. The other one is the OraSure. We send those to the lab. It normally takes 7 to 10 days for us to get those back. We'll then contact the individual, not indicating what it is. You just need to come in, and we'll discuss those results at that time. And again, before that, we were talking about navigation. We were talking about how case management and case managers are in place to help individuals navigate the waters of HIV prevention and education, or when someone tests positive. We have a phenomenal staff at Southside Help Center. You can go on our website. It's www.southsidehelp.org. You can pull up the case management department, and it'll talk about what type of case management you may or may not need. And as we move forward in this program, meaning that over the next several weeks, we're going to have someone to come in. I'll have my schedule for you next week, and then we can kind of get you on target as to what programs will be highlighted at what time. But we know we'll have one highlighted where we'll have the case managers come in and talk about what it is they do and how they do it. The other thing is going to be major as we move through our summer months, and we'll be coming up on winter, is LIHEAP. LIHEAP is a program where it's an energy assistance program. Southside Help Center, remember, we're trying to do wraparound services and a holistic approach to our communities. So we have LIHEAP, which is an energy assistance program. So now is the time that people should make sure that they start putting these pieces in place while it's still warm, so that when the weather does change, that you'll already have these things done. All you need to do is contact the center, 773-445-5445, ask to speak to Aaron Fletcher, and we'll be able to plug you into the LIHEAP program and what it is for the requirements and qualifications for that particular program. We got some more stuff for you. Again, if you'd like to give us a call here at the station, the number here is 312-738-1060. That's 312-738-1060. If you have any questions about any of the programs that we provide at the Southside Help Center, please give us a call here at the station, and we'll do our best to help you as best we can. And today we're just giving an overview. We got 13 weeks, and we'll be talking about each of the programs that we provide over the next 13 weeks. But right now, we just want to give you a little taste, a little hint of each program that the center provides. And if you have any questions about them, call us at the station, or you can reach us back at the Southside Help Center. That number is 773-445-5445. 445-5445. 445-5445. You can give us a call back at the agency if you miss us today. The number here is 312-738-1060. One of the other programs we want to talk about is the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund, which is another one. I'm telling you, parents and students, definitely plug into the scholarship fund. If you got a child who's a junior or senior and they're going to be coming up and looking to go to college, there's a scholarship fund that we provide. Valerie Smith was one of our beloved. I promise you, she and I met a long time ago, but she had been stricken with breast cancer. So what happened was they developed they started the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund. And what Valerie used to do is, when she was in college and soon thereafter, she would always make sure that all of those kids who come through the center who needed some additional assistance, she would send them all kind of care packages, as if she could afford to send them a few dollars, because we understand Most college students are struggling, especially in the African American community, and needs as much assistance as possible. And that's what's key in order to keep them going, to keep them in school. So Valerie would make sure she would do everything she possibly can. So since that time to this time, Mrs. Betty Smith and her husband, Vanny Smith, has started the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund. So what happens is all year, every year, we've given out hundreds of scholarships. So parents, if you have a junior or senior and you're going to be looking to go to college, please contact the center. And they'll be able to give you more information about the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund. We got a few fundraisers upcoming for that. And the more people that know about the scholarship fund, the more people that donate to the scholarship fund, the more scholarships we can actually give out. Again, the number is 773-445-5445. You can either speak with Miss Wyatt or you can speak with Miss Vanessa Smith, and they'll be able to give you more in-depth and detailed information about the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund. If you have a junior or senior, they're looking to go to school, you know you need help, please give us a call at the center, and we'll do our best to get you that information, get that application filled out. If you need assistance with that, we'll make sure that that happens as well. The Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund, we're going to have somebody to come on as we move through the programs, and they'll be able to talk specifically and speak specifically through exactly what that particular program is doing. We also we got a number of different programs, and what we do is we look for the holistic approach within the African American community. We understand that a lot of these are surface problems, but we also try to deal with some of those sub situations. And the thing is, we want to focus in on our youth. Again, I talk about alternative programs, making sure that they have enough things in place so that we can definitely start structuring what their future should look like with the male and female mentoring mentors. If you have we look for mentors from all walks of life. Because here's the thing, when you start talking about mentoring, those mentors who have done all of the right things, we want you for sure, so that you can make sure that you show these young brothers what it is to be a man, give them good directions. But the other thing about mentoring, we also look for mentors from the other walks of life who have changed their lives, because we want them to show and identify those pitfalls so that the young people can start to look at what not to do as well as what to do. We always put a focus on what to do, but we need brothers coming in talking about what not to do. So if you're one of those individuals who want to pay some of that debt back to society, we look for brothers who are mentoring on both sides of the fence, because this is not, let's not act like this is the perfect world we live in. It's a lot going on within our communities. And if you live on the south side of Chicago, southwest, northeast side of Chicago, you have been dealing with some of these issues. If you have kids, you've been dealing with some of these issues. So we want to make sure that we offer you as much programming as we can, so that male and female mentoring is key. When we talk about female mentoring, you may not think young women need mentoring. If you don't, something's wrong with you, because we want to make sure that they know what's appropriate when they dress. We want to know what's appropriate in terms of wear. We want them to know what's appropriate and how to say what they need to say, what they should not say. A lot of that stuff, and this is what I say and been saying for years, just because you are born a male does not mean you'll become a man. And so many of these brothers out here who have reached a certain age or reached a certain point in their life, they think that they're men, but their behavior is not dictating that. So just because you're born a male does not mean you'll become a man. Same thing, just because you're born a female does not mean that you become a woman. Those are taught behaviors. Let me say that again. Those are taught behaviors. Just because you're born a male don't mean you become a man. You have to provide them what's necessary to be men and women. And that's why we talk about male and female mentoring. And again, so many of our youth come up with distorted senses of what's right and wrong. Well, we want to make sure that we provide them with what's right and what's wrong. One of the other programs we're going to be talking about as well is our bank project. The bank program is, we've been blessed by CDC to go all over the country providing technical assistance to agencies like the Southside Help Center. If you are an agency, you don't have to be struggling, but if you need some additional expertise, if you want to learn how to do something that you may not, or you want to become more proficient in what you do, call us. Give us a call. The Bank Project, it works across the nation in providing. It's a CEBA provider. All you got to do is contact. You can look on our website, www.southsidehelp.com, .org, www.southsidehelp.org. Check on the website. Look at the different programs that we provide. If you're in need of assistance with substance abuse issues, if you're in need of assistance with after-school programs for you, if you're in need of assistive testing, if you're HIV positive or have family who is HIV positive and need some additional case management services, please give us a call. If you're a social service agency and you need some support, please contact the Bank Project and we'll do what we can to assist you. Again, over the next 13 weeks, we will be chiming in and we'll have each of these programs highlighted, LAHEAP as well. So please, get your calendar out. Every Wednesday, 5 o'clock, the Southside Help Center show will be on, and we'll be trying to provide you with as much guidance and directions as we possibly can. We'd like to thank everybody for allowing us to be in existence for 25 years. Next year is our 25th anniversary. We're working on that diligently. We thank you because without you, we would not be able to do what we do, so we thank you. So until we see you again, we bid you peace.